When remembering Flash games to talk about on Flash Game Reviews, one of the first series that comes to mind would be, of course, Duck Life. The first 4 Duck Life games were a huge part of my childhood, and the series is still alive to this day, however, as one might expect, no longer on Flash. Whether you remember playing the games yourself as a kid, or you know about them because a certain other YouTuber named Sean, who's, only a little bit more popular than me, played it. What? There's no denying that this series is really popular when it comes to Flash games, even today, which is why it was one of my first choices to review. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the first installment of the Duck Life series, aptly titled Duck Life. Duck Life was developed by Wix Games, a UK-based company who are known mostly for the Duck Life series, and seemingly originally published through Arcade Town, due to their watermark and website link being in the game. Duck Life is no longer available to play on Arcade Town. In fact, Arcade Town doesn't even have Flash games anymore, but I used the Wayback Machine to see that it was at one point. Now there's the issue of release date. There is a Duck Life wiki, but it's pretty poorly made and no information has sources attached. On the homepage it states that Duck Life was released in 2007, while on its page it says it was released in 2009. And the earliest snapshot on the Wayback Machine on Arcade Town is dated 2010. So, let's just say it was released no later than 2010, because Flash game information is really scarce and I know that that's going to become more and more irritating as this series goes on. Anyway, for this video, I'm going to be playing the version on Wix Games' official website, so let's get right to it. Here's the title screen, and after doing this, let's click play and hey look, 4 episodes in and we finally got a game with a story. The story is told through slideshows of stock images with text, so let's check it out. So you own this huge farm and are making tonnes of money, when one day a tornado comes along and destroys it all. The only thing that survives is a single duck egg. Wow, that's dark. So you have to train this duckling into a racing duck. A racing duck? A duck racing? Is that a thing? Is that what normally happens in a duck's life? Well, okay, to make enough money to rebuild the farm. The story is simple, a little abrupt and unprofessional with wording, but works. Next, you're immediately thrown into the main screen, where at the top you'll see your duck's energy and skill levels, the 4 main buttons for training your duck and entering races, as well as the shop, settings, and stats. The settings contain your typical Flash game stuff, and the stats show some mostly useless information. And of course, there's your duck, who follows your mouse cursor everywhere. The 3 skills your duck can develop are running, flying, and swimming. You gain experience points for each respective skill by playing their training minigames, and the level cap is 150. More experience points are rewarded if you survive longer in the training. So let's now go over the training games, as they are where most of the gameplay of Duck Life comes from. In running training, your duck automatically runs forward, and you have to jump over rolling boulders and logs by pressing the up arrow key. The training ends when an obstacle hits you. Next, there's flying training. Use the left and right arrow keys to fly up and down until you run out of energy. And last but certainly not least, swimming training. An array of obstacles come at you, and you gotta think fast whether you have to jump over or dive under each obstacle. This training ends if you get pushed off screen by an obstacle. All 3 training minigames have coins to collect, which can be used at the duck shop, and they all become faster as your duck's level increases. Speaking of the duck shop, there you can use coins you earn from training in races to buy hats and paints for your duck, which are purely cosmetic and do not affect gameplay. You unlock these gradually as you complete the races, but you still have to buy them, and annoyingly, you'll have to re-buy them if you buy a different color or hat later. Then, more importantly, there are seeds, both regular and skill seeds, to increase your duck's energy level. Seeds will only increase your duck's energy, while the more expensive skill seeds not only increase your energy level, but all skills at once. Once you buy seeds, they can be fed to your duck by dragging them to it. And that's the duck shop. No grapes in sight, however. After you've trained up your duck to a suitable level, you'll want to enter a race. There are 3 leagues, beginner, amateur, and expert, and then the World Championship, which requires all races to be won first in order to compete in. Each league contains 4 races, the first 3 testing running, flying, and swimming skill respectively, and the last one being a combination of the previous races to test every skill at once. Now, with all that said, what do you actually do in races? Well, nothing. Yep, You don't control your duck at all during races. You just watch it race against 4 other ducks through land, water, and sky. I really don't have a problem with this, as even though watching these ducks race isn't the most interesting thing in the world, the game is really all about the training minigames. Naturally, your running, flying, and swim levels affect how fast your duck runs, flies, and swims, and your energy level affects how quickly their energy meter depletes. If you run out of energy, your duck will faint and be immediately disqualified. So yeah, don't forget about the seeds. If you win, you'll be rewarded with coins and a new paint color or hat to buy for your duck. And if you're fast enough, you can even time out and disqualify your competitors, which is really satisfying to do. If not, then just train a little more and try again. There's no penalty for losing races. Duck Life's graphics have aged remarkably well. The visuals are very simple, yet appealing, cute, and nostalgic. The music is pretty great as well, especially the main piano theme, which is incredibly memorable. There is one annoying quirk with the music, however. None of it loops properly. Yeah, Duck Life isn't very polished, and can be quite glitch-prone at times. At higher speeds, the training minigames start to get more and more glitchy, especially swimming training. I mean, look at this! And then there's the random teleporting and running training, and then there's this gem. None of these bugs are actually annoying in any way. In fact, they're mostly just humorous. In terms of difficulty, yeah, there is none. Like I said earlier, there's no penalty for failing races or training minigames, and it's easy to get coins just by winning races. This actually makes the game pretty relaxing, especially coupled with the calming main theme and simple and cute graphics. There's also really nothing stopping you, besides monotony of course, from just grinding all your levels to the max first and then just blazing through every race. Now let's quickly talk about my biggest problem with the game. There's no save function. With Dune Buggy, the game I reviewed on the previous episode, this really wasn't an issue because of how short and easy to pick up and play that game is. Duck Life, however, is a different story. It's a pretty good length for a Flash game from its time, taking me about 40 minutes to complete. Therefore, it's quite irritating to have to restart from the beginning every time you close the browser window. Hey, Future Sean here. While editing this video, I played the game on Google Chrome, and I discovered that on that browser, the game actually does save. I have no idea why it doesn't on Firefox, so just play the game on Google Chrome. As I said earlier, once you've won every other race, you can enter the World Championship, or what is basically this game's final boss, where you'll race against the World Champion. It's just like the other races though, and you'll easily win if all your levels are maxed out, and you'll be rewarded with advertisements! And a crown! And that's it! Duck Life! In summary, it's an enjoyable, relaxing, and nostalgic Flash game about duck racing. And really, what more could you possibly want? Well, except the ability to save, of course, and there's all those other problems I mentioned earlier. It's not perfect. But still, if you've somehow never played it, or it's been a while and you want to check it out again for old time's sakes, I recommend it. Links in the description as always. Or you can download the game to be played offline through the Wix Games website. Oh! Where's the text? And the duck? And the hills? And... yeah, on second thought, don't do that.